Welcome to Karmic Woof.
Welcome to our world on a Monday.
Good
Yay.
morning.
Good morning. We are here on Karmic Wolf, and we're here to talk about fun habits and other things.
Oh yeah.
Just
And spring. Can we just talk
spring.
about spring? Like I think spring has sprung. I mean
You
it
have
will be in the 40s later this week, but
the
nevertheless,
sun came out tomorrow,
right? The sun is out today.
today, huh?
I know. I know. Like let's not get crazy.
Now you can plant a garden.
Absolutely. Today. Yep. It's the only day. Um, but it's beautiful outside. So much so that Maxie came to me and said, Mommy, check this out. And he pointed and I was like, what are we checking out? Are we looking at the street? Are we looking at the tree? Are we looking at the yard? What are we looking at? He goes,
Yes.
tree. There's buds on the tree.
Ugh.
I know.
Tree's waking up.
Yes. Very exciting.
Happy birthday to the tree.
Right? Now, if
All
we
right.
could just get the rest of the people to wake up and be all, let's go.
Yeah, that's kind of a problem. People not waking up or hiding their head in the sand,
For
which
real.
yeah, I think that's probably more likely. They see it, they feel it. Like I talk to people, they see what's going on, they feel what's going on. They're anxious about what's going on, but for whatever reason, I got to put the head in the sand and go, well, I got this, or if I just ignore it, it'll go away and fix itself.
All right, I got a question for all of you listeners out there and for you,
Mhm.
Jason.
Yes, yeah.
What do you think is the main reason that people won't take action? Like we had this No Kings protest and people took
Yes,
action, quote unquote, because that's, you know,
yeah, yeah. It's not
whatever.
action, but okay.
It's not.
No,
It's not going to get anything done. It's
no.
just going to rile up a bunch of people that are already riled up and give them an excuse to cause violence.
Chaos, violence, yes.
Now, I'm not saying that protests are not a good thing because they can be. It can be an incredible networking event where you find other like minded people that actually want to do something, want to move forward. Okay, well, at this point, doing something short of taking the bad guys out of their comfy little habit holes and
Dragging
beating
them out
the
and
out of
beating
them,
them like a
there's
stick. Yeah,
what else are we going to do? We're going to vote somebody in? No, it doesn't work that way. So to me, at this point, the action that we need to take is one, protect ourselves. So learn how to protect ourselves. Two, learn how to protect those around us because those are not the same things.
right.
And three, be smarter, be aware of what's going on. Like those
Yeah,
three things will actually save us.
yeah,
Sounds
and then
simple,
yeah, I think that sounds pretty good.
right? The first two are super easy to do and
Yeah,
simple,
you already have a program for that.
right? Apex Predator Craft.
Yeah,
Let's go. It is
do it.
not that hard. You
14 days.
train and then you train and you train and you train some more and you make sure that while you are training that you are aware because that's what that training does. It helps you become aware so
Yeah,
that you can move through different scenarios, so that you are always aware, so that your head is always up, so that you can see 360 around you.
yeah,
But what I find, and you said this earlier, is that people are putting their head in the sand.
yeah.
They don't want to be aware.
I want to see it.
They don't like it.
No, it's what Bonku said the other day. It's anti-equanimity.
Anti equanimity. Okay.
Well, he didn't say it. It's anti-equanimity. He said equanimity means this, and it doesn't mean that. I added anti-equanimity because it's you're focused on your aversions and your attachments or your desires,
Right.
and they usually contradict. And that's going on everywhere. And as I looked at this yesterday depthly, equanimity, what that means. Because one of my lessons is because he posted another thing the other last week, and it said at the end of your birth date, you are this, or it's
Right.
one of those things he pulled out from Cosmo. I thought it was the coolest thing. Anyway, mine said you need to learn equanimity. I went, oh, okay, let me learn about equanimity. So I learned about equanimity. Right.
Mine is all about inciting fervor. Go figure.
Well, yeah, there you go. This is what you're doing. That way you have this show. You have an outlet to incite for. And me, I'm over here going, what's equanimity?
Right? Like people think that equality and equanimity are the same thing, and they
No,
are
no, no.
not.
No, they are totally different. And in fact, what I'm seeing is that the entire world is designed, and I'm not saying the world, but the cultural, sociological part of the world, mainly through social media, is designed to destroy equanimity. It's like aiming at it and tearing it apart at the seams. I'm like, that's interesting.
So uh it's also doing the same thing for fervor.
Prefer, yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
they want everybody to be complacent with their heads down, stuck in a tablet or a phone or, some sort of mechanical device. And uh
Dole out your senses, I guess.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
just um, you know, not be excited about anything because there's
right. You
nothing to be
just
excited about.
scroll on other people's lives and go,
Exactly. That aren't
wish I
real.
was on vacation. I wish I looked like
Yeah.
that. I wish I had these clothes
And that car and
and that
all of the
car and the
desires that
house.
go
And
with
yeah,
it. Yeah.
yeah.
Um, I thought that this was pretty funny. This lady bought a house and I think she made it like they built it this way, but she has three kitchens,
That's a lot of kitchens.
right? She's a baker.
Oh, okay. Well, okay, I can see it.
So one is her family kitchen. She cooks all the food in the family kitchen. Everybody, no, 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 it's all good. The other one is all of her social media kitchen.
If you're filming and cooking online, yeah.
Exactly. And then the other one is her bakery kitchen.
Oh,
So she can actually, put stuff up that she's baked in, present it, but it's got different ovens in it and different refrigerators in
sure.
it, different freezers and that kind of thing.
Right.
So three separate kitchens. I said, what's the rest of your house look like? I mean, that's cool, but
Yeah.
is your, bedroom the size of a bathroom?
Yeah, it's probably like I have the rest of the house.
Right? Like,
Right.
what do the kids think? Are they, do they have a yard to play in, or do you just have some lady running around screaming about the length of your grass?
Here, Karen. Here, Karen.
Right?
Right.
Um, but I look at these people and I think about what they could be focused on. I mean, even in the Sangha, even in the outer groups of the people that we know, what are they focused on? That's
So,
how can I incite fervor? How can I get them excited about what it is that we're doing? And we will get to a point where we start to get excited and then something else happens and whoop, right over there.
yeah, it's the new shiny thing. It's like a
Well,
horse thing. Yeah.
it's like
Ooh, shiny.
the new fear,
Yeah. Oh, that too.
you
Yeah.
know,
Because they'll
uh,
run away from fear and go to pleasure.
change is the new fear. Black is the new orange, or orange is
All
the
right.
new black, or whatever that show is called.
All right.
Um, but change. It's constantly everybody's afraid of change. Okay, I'm taking a deep breath here because what the dunder crap is that?
It's
We
attachment.
have ability attachment to what?
They're attached to their old way of living. They're attached to the security they think they have. They're
And
attached to,
it keeps coming no matter what.
yeah. So they think they can beat it. Because I've lived this. Because I always think I can beat change if I just control it. If I can, like, not the, there's a thing, and you've taught me this, and Baku taught me that there's a thing you could, the idea is to actually control change, but
Yes.
you're actually not controlling change, you're controlling yourself. and how you react to change. And if you do that, you'll do well. But see, in the defiled aspect, it's you're trying to actually control change, not yourself. You
So
like yourself, and yourself is cool because I have security and I have safety and I have all the things I like, and my world is I'm not suffering, so I'm comfortable in my little comfort zone world, and I don't want to mess with, don't rock the boat over here. And then change is over here, and it's saying,
I'm
I'm
standing in
gonna
the
come
boat
in here.
going, hey,
Yeah,
let's see how far this will go
yeah,
before we fall over.
yeah. Let's rack your boat, and then all of a sudden you're like, well, so I got to go all metal here, and I got to take my mind and wrap my metal, hardcore metal, around this change and control the thing. And I think that I can because I don't know. That's just my habit. So you're duped into thinking that you can actually do this when you can't, and change is
Okay.
ultimately going to win.
All right.
That's
So this
that's
is
my idea.
this is how I look at it, right? Okay. So you're in a boat. You don't want to rock it, but waves are coming. And you know that it's going to rock the boat, but you don't want it to rock the boat. Okay. Well, what if you just let the waves of change rock the boat enough to get you to where you need to be? Because it seems like none of us have any oars. So we lost our direction. We're constantly just hoping that this is the
Mhm.
direction we're supposed to go in. Okay,
Right.
well, if we can use the wind, if we can build a sail and we can use the wind and we can take action by using the change to move us to where we need to go, to where we want to go, where we say we want to go, we can then move forward.
Yes. Yes.
And on the other side of that, the more we dig in and the more we say we're going to be in our habits, the more like the Titanic we are. They
Worse it
started
gets.
out with a fire aboard
Yeah.
that through a series of events, it just, it was doomed from the start. Like there was absolutely no reason why it should have gotten to the port that it was supposed to get to.
Yeah. It's a spiral out of control with one thing.
And that's exactly what's happening right now.
Mhm.
Except we know that it's the Titanic. We know what's happening. We know what's going on. And people are
We know
still
the end
getting
result.
aboard.
Yeah.
They know what's happening and they're like, yeah, I'll get behind that.
And they're out with the band trying to sing songs while it's
Right?
sinking.
Kumbaya.
Yeah. I'll just go down with the ship singing songs.
Yesterday, I was so frustrated. Bunku let me kill things on his computer because I needed a change
Voice.
of perspective. And no
Oh,
matter
okay.
where I stood, and no matter what I did, no matter what I told myself, no matter what I looked at, it was still the same perspective. People are
Yeah.
not stepping up. They don't want to fix this. They would rather just let their habits carry them.
Go down with the ship.
Oh, okay, well, they can. You know what?
Oh, sure.
That's
Yeah.
that's where I'm at. They can. They can go down with the ship. I'm not. I know
Oh
too
no,
much.
I'll keep
I've
fighting.
seen too much, and
Yeah.
I need to move forward.
Well, I got to do something because if you know to do something and you don't do something, well, that's it's feeding another habit, which is avoiding responsibility.
That's the Titanic.
That's the yeah,
They knew what was going to happen. They knew that there was, and they didn't have any binoculars. They didn't have, so they couldn't see.
all
It
right.
was nighttime, and the passengers are living their best lives.
Yeah,
Because why not? You know, they're some of them are going to escape. Some of them are going to make it through. The ones with the money, you know,
yeah, and the women and children,
some of them,
maybe, yeah,
the ones that didn't have
not
enough
yeah.
money got locked
Oh
downstairs.
yeah. You state mine. You're worthless.
But right, but
Right,
like I look at this and I say, okay, well, I'm with Noah. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
right.
if we're going to get down to brass tacks here, I'm with Noah. I'm gonna build that ship, and it's gonna be the right kind of ship, and it's not gonna be one that's already on fire with no binoculars and a big iceberg ahead, you know? we already know what's coming. We already know what's here. So
We do. And I talk to people all week long. They know what's coming because they're talking to me about it, going, what I'm seeing actually happening? Yes. And you need to talk to Banku. No, I don't want to talk to Banku. I want to talk to you. No, you need to talk to It's like, what? Why do you want to talk to me? Well,
because you're the
because
safer option.
yeah, because and I actually got to the bottom of this because I've asked enough questions, and the short answer is that people were telling me is they're not actually telling me, but I'm reading between the lines of what they're saying and not saying because we can do that. But they don't want to give up certain habits, and they think that Bonk, if they join us in the Sangha, they join Bon, if they have any part of Bon whatsoever in what we're doing, they're going to have to sacrifice something they don't want to give up, which is usually a habit. And they go, well, I'll go out here on my own and do my own thing. So what are you doing so I can copy it?
I'm hanging out with Banku.
Yeah, well, you're not going to copy Bunkus. Yeah,
Right? So
right.
if you want to copy Jason Lancaster, go hang out with Banku.
Yeah, because I do what he taught.
So and you know that by hanging out with him, you get more teachings and
Oh, yeah,
you become
constantly.
a better person all the way around.
All you have to do is show up and visit him. You walk away. He doesn't charge you anything. He just gives you teaching after like the whole week is just like 12 hours of everything.
Now, that takes a lot out of him.
It does, and it takes a lot out of you too. But yeah, but
Absolutely.
you come away way better than when you showed up. And he
But
doesn't charge a cent.
if we had enough interest, we could have retreats.
Yeah,
And that's a pretty great thing actually. You know, like to be able to get these teachings, not just to get these teachings. Like I want to kick the arse of every person that's gotten the teaching and hasn't done anything with it.
yeah.
What is
Well, yeah.
that about?
Why? Yeah, why are you getting teachings if you have no plans to
Why
actually use?
collect them?
If you're gonna will it to your children, I don't. You can't even do that.
I don't know.
There's
It's
Dharma protectors involved here.
I'm, I'm sorry, folks. I'm just frustrated. I watch these
Well, it's
people that,
understandable.
they say that they're all in. They say that they want to be there when Discovery City is built, or after Discovery City is built.
Yeah,
They
build it. I'll show up.
they want to be a part of everything that Banku is doing, except to actually implement the things that he's given.
Yeah,
And trust me when I say I know how hard it is. I know how hard it is to be in your awarenesses 24/7.
yeah.
I'm constantly falling out. And then I go back in and I see a bigger picture. And it's not uh it's not a great picture right now.
No, that's pretty bleak.
But even then, you can still reach bliss.
Well, you can. You just have to like again have equanimity. Just because you see the bleak picture doesn't mean that's what's happening right now. You're still,
Also,
yeah,
in that bleak picture, there are still bright spots.
yeah,
There
there
is
can
still
be.
a world untapped that people just they don't
They don't
utilize.
see. Well, I
Yeah,
don't know if they even see it.
they don't want to
They're just, yeah, it's avoidance
because it's
or
not what they
ignorance.
know. It's not what they
Right,
know. Well, I know
right.
this world. Why would I give up this world for that world? Well, how about instead of giving up something, you just take a look?
Be curious.
Yeah, be
I mean, it
curious,
doesn't cost you
ask
anything.
questions.
Yeah. No one's saying, in order to ask this question, you need to give up your entire life or anything. Like, no one's
Right.
saying you have to give up anything. You just
And
ask
Banku will
questions.
never ask you to give up anything.
He never has
No,
to
he will
me.
teach a different way to do things, but he will never ask you to give up something.
Right.
If you want to, that's
It's
okay.
up to you. And
Yeah,
eventually you will, just because if you're not doing the right things, this is naturally going to happen. Not, but no one's
And
going to tell you you have to.
no, and he teaches mind control so that people can never mind control us.
Right. And then when you're being mind controlled.
And this is not, I'm constantly like, okay, so these people know that this is what's happening. They have the teaching, they recognize that they're being programmed and still being 1984 themselves alone.
Doing their own thing at the exclusion of everything else.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's because, and yeah, they're just, it's total focus on self and survival, self survival, with the exclusion of everything else around you, which to
And
me is metal.
that is not survival.
No,
You cannot survive without anything else.
that's the defiled version of the wisdom of spaciousness, in my opinion.
It is absolutely the opposite of what Bunker teaches. You cannot do anything. You cannot succeed at anything without the support of others.
Teaches that constantly. And it is actually true. Like I've seen that to be true. You can't lone wolf anything in this world. And that's what they teach. Online, social media teaches isolation, personal empowerment. You are your best self and you can do it on your own. And
Introverts unite.
yes. And the more lone wolf you do it and you look out for number one, then the better you are and the more empowered and strong you are. That's strength. No, that's weakness. That is absolutely like that is the most bizarre thing ever, and people are doing it. They're like, oh, I'm my best self, I am a higher vibe, and then the superiority thing comes out, and that automatically isolates you from everyone else because you're superior, they're inferior, so then all of a sudden you have to take on that view, and that just gets down spirals from there.
I, I think I think that all of this stems from fear.
Yeah, it's all fear. Even in myself, I recognize it as fear.
We literally had a class a couple of weeks ago that taught us how
How to
to
deal with fear.
get rid of fear.
Yep.
Um, I got to tell you, not only does it work,
Works.
but I was confused as to why more people weren't there.
I was too, because everyone's constantly talking about their fears online.
And they don't want their fear. They don't like their fear. They
Yeah.
don't want to be a part of the fear. And yet here we are
And
talking
no one
about the
took the
fear,
class. Right. And
right?
I saw two posts yesterday. Just yesterday. I'm just randomly looking around and there's people, I am having an entire anxiety attack. Does anyone know what I can do? And I went, yeah, you can do this over here. Nothing. And then everyone's all, well, you could take this drug. Oh, absolutely. I need that. Where
Oh
do I
my
get this drug? But I'm over here talking about breathing. No, I don't want to. I don't want to breathe. That's just worthless. There was that was. That didn't even qualify for a like.
I
I was
feel
just.
better
I'm
if I
ignoring you.
hold my breath.
Yeah,
Keep holding it.
but I need to give me. Oh, I
A
need that drug.
Darwin Award over here. Yes, please.
Yeah. So say they don't even want to do the work to breathe. They just want to take a drug.
That's another thing. So there are breathing exercises that not only can help to lower your blood pressure so much so that you don't need medication for it, but it can help you regulate your nervous system. What? So I do these things. I sit
Yeah.
down and I take 5 minutes and I do these things, and it regulates my nervous system so much so that when I go to the doctor and I do those exercises while she's there and she's talking to me, and then she'll leave the room, she'll take my blood pressure, and then she'll leave the room and she'll come back and she'll be like, well, it's a little bit high, we'll take it again, but can you just please humor me? And then it's lower, like by a lot. And well, what did you do? Oh, I breathed.
Yeah.
I reminded myself to breathe. Okay. And I regulated my nervous system, which is such a huge thing right now. People cannot That's why they're having anxiety attacks. That's why they're having depression. That's why they're having all of these things. Okay, well, if you can do that with just breathing, I mean, it's kind of
Takes
a
two
difficult,
minutes, you know.
right?
Huge sacrifice, 2 minutes. Or you can take a
Whoa.
drug. You can take a drug, and that's going to cause other problems.
Or you can just stay in the anxiety for 20 minutes and, ruin your whole day.
Yeah,
Oh,
ruminate over it all day
okay.
long.
Well,
Right. But no, that's what they choose. Does
it,
anyone know how to fix this? Yes, I do. I don't want to listen to you. Okay, take your drugs. Have fun. You're not getting rid of anxiety. I know that for sure.
one of the things that I like about my new doctor is that she hasn't offered me drugs
Yeah.
to get rid of. Well, she did offer me one drug, and I was like, no, I think I'm going to do it my way. Okay. I'm like, I want your supervision. I want to be able to ask you questions, but I want to do it this other way, this natural way. She's like, all right, I'll give you 3 months. Okay. And then what? She's like, if it starts to work, then you keep doing it. And if nothing changes or you get worse in 3 months, then we'll talk about another alternative. I'm like, who are you? Like,
What do you work for?
this right? Like, this sounds amazing. I really like this.
Right.
Um, so many good things have happened for Max in the last week. He got to see a girl that he has a really big crush on 2 days in a row. Um, which was great because her mom is one of my best friends, so I was very excited about that. Um, but it was so interesting to recognize that there is another mom on this planet that has similar issues with their kid. Like they both got their tablet taken away for watching a bad puppet on YouTube. And then she was able to help me sort out how to make sure that the bad puppet never came back on the tablet.
Yeah.
I know. Very exciting. So he was able to get his tablet back after months of not having it.
Mhm.
Um, and it like I look at that and I say that's a win, like we can look up stuff and we can stuff for like homeschooling and learning and stuff like that. He can still do all of those things. He just can't access this bad puppet. um but like that was really good. Like I felt really good being out and being with other people. And we were at a park and I can't tell you how many moms and grandmas walked up to me and they were like, your son is so well behaved. And I was like, thank you. Like I appreciate you saying that. I hope that he can hear you say that as well, because it yeah, I have some to do with it, but Banku
Well, he's
has
doing it.
uh,
Yeah.
everything to do with it. He actually has to work on the things that he has to work on. You know what I mean? He has so many challenges in front of him that when somebody else says, well, I have that problem too. Yes, but you have one problem. He has 90. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
if he can get past this in his capacity, I'm pretty sure that everybody else that doesn't have those issues can absolutely move past that. I
And they
think
don't because they don't want to.
I'm sorry.
They don't because they don't want to.
Why would you not want to?
They're feeding on something.
Right? I think that's what we need to figure out. What are
What are they
people
feeding
feeding
on?
on?
Yeah.
If y'all know, leave a comment. Something. DM us.
All right.
Anything. Tell us what you think people are feeding on.
I used to think it was the lack of responsibility. I don't even think it's that. But I think because I was looking at this responsibility thing because no one wants to take responsibility. more so, the more victims you see, everyone else is the problem. I'm a victim, and I
Right,
glorify my
right, right.
victimhood. All these people that see narcissists under every bush. Uh, what they don't see is their participation in the whole dance. It's they're the devil, they're the and I need this and I need a drama, because it distracts me from taking responsibility for myself. Because if I had someone to blame, I don't have to look at my own responsibility. I can encapsulate my entire brain around them being the monster and me being the victim. And if you're a victim, you need drama to continue that self-image. If you don't have drama feeding your victimhood, you can't be a victim. So you have to create it in your world. So you attract narcissists after narcissists. But anyway, what they're really doing is they're deflecting from everyone, the victimhood, and all the people that are having problems, and saying it's this problem and cancel culture and Trump and this and all. It's always some devil, or the devil made me do it, kind of a thing. And what they're
Right.
doing is they're avoiding self responsibility. But I think even deeper than self responsibility is self reflection. They can't sit with their own emotions. They can't sit with their own shame, their own guilt, their own whatever it is that they're feeling. So they have to externalize it and make it someone else's problem, because that temporarily makes that all those feelings they don't want to sit with, it makes it temporarily go away from them because they're suppressing it, and they're
Okay, so they
externalizing
project
it.
everything and
Yeah.
then they can deal with it that way by blaming somebody else. Okay.
So I think it's the lack, it's a fear of actual self reflect, not shadow work. Fear of actual self reflection
Yeah.
and feeling all the things, sitting there with it, letting it be. I know
And sitting
I'm
there with
guilty of
it
this.
would be self responsibility.
Yeah.
Recognizing that just because you feel shame doesn't necessarily mean it's yours.
Nor
It
does it
could
mean that
come
you're a
from
bad
somebody
person.
else
Right.
shaming you for something that was out of your control.
Right.
One of the things that I noticed was that so this woman comes online and she starts talking about how she was able to get away from her husband who abused her, and it was a very bad situation, but she used numbers to do it. So how many days, how many months, how many years will it take me to get out of this situation? How many dollars do I need to get out of this situation? How many friends do I need to help move me to get out of this situation? How many phone calls to 911 do I need to make before somebody steps up and helps me?
Mm.
So it's all based on numbers. But when she talks about it, she doesn't talk about it in terms of she's afraid, she's a victim, none of that. Now, the things that she did absolutely put her in victim mentality, but uh, that was kind of a coping mechanism. So he would leave her alone. But people in the comments were losing their minds because she didn't sound like a victim.
Oh, okay.
Well, okay. Like I sat with this for a little bit and I just observed and I watched. And then I commented and said that's because she's not. This happened years ago. She's now happily married to someone else.
All right.
But this is how she did it. She did it by the numbers, and she's sharing her story so that she can get this out and help other people.
Right.
Okay. And they're shaming her because she doesn't sound enough like a victim. What?
And they are. That's why they're shaming her.
And but in actuality, they're not. They're not
No, they're not.
victims.
No.
They're just putting themselves in situations that make them
Yeah.
look like
Right.
victims.
Right. Because there's a moral superiority complex behind that.
And so anybody that's a narcissist is bad. Anybody that's a victim is
Not.
good.
They're empathic. They're sensitive. They're the good. They're like angels. And the moral authority has on my side and not on theirs.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
that's
absolutely.
that's 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 pride.
1000%. Yes.
Yeah,
And that's one of the blades.
yeah,
So being able to break that, it's not easy to break that, especially when your entire life is built on that.
yeah.
You
You
can
got to crush
only
it.
you can only do that by dismantling it piece by piece,
Yeah,
recognizing, oh, look, I was prideful here. Okay. Oh, I was, ignorant here. Oh,
yeah,
I was a total sloth over here. Oh, like
yeah, yeah, yeah. And that's the way to fix it, because that's being self-reflective. That's doing the responsible thing. Because you're
exactly.
sitting with it and you're figuring it out. Why is this happen? What am I doing? How am I participating in what's going on? What am I doing to make this keep happening to me? Why am I in this cycle to begin with?
And you
You're
can only
questioning
do
these
that
things.
if you step back far enough to be able to see the whole situation.
Right. Yeah.
Otherwise, it's right
Yeah.
here and your
Yeah.
face is stuck in it and you can't see what you're doing. You can only see what this teeny tiny myopic little view is. And then we when we do that, we can't move forward. We can't get out of it. We can't fix it. We can
No,
only
you're
wait
stuck.
for
And then all,
change
yeah,
to come in and shift it.
exactly. And all you're going to see is the mirror. And the mirror is going to get closer and closer and closer.
So
And the
pet
mirror is the narcissist. The mirror is the devil, the narcissist, the whatever you want, Donald Trump, whatever you want to call it. This is the mirror, and it's in your face, and you're like, I don't like that, but you're not going, why is this in my face? What am I doing to make this thing show up in my face? Because it's there. It's saying, hey, you might want to look at this. Hey, look at the mirror. Hey, look at the mirror. But they're like, oh God, no, get me away from the mirror.
and it's not that hard to step
Nah,
back. If
but you need to do it. Yeah, if you
that's
want it to go
that's
away.
that's where I stand on the situation. I think that
Yeah,
we all of us, me, you, everybody,
absolutely. Just as guilty as anyone else. Absolutely.
need to step back and look at what's happening.
Mhm.
Recognize that Bunku is here to allow us to save ourselves. But if we're not willing to do that as a whole, if humanity is not willing to do that, we will suffer and that will be the end of us. I mean, I know that sounds dramatic, but if you think about it, the way that we're going right now with the genetics, the way that they are, and with the way that people are dying and the birth rate that is so much lower than it used to be, we will be gone as a race in less than 1,000 years.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Like,
And the poison food and the poison water and the poison
right.
air and the poison everything's poison,
Yeah,
which we are doing and
I
allowing
I
to
have
continue.
I have a theory that the Meneville intent don't and this is just my theory. It's just,
Yeah,
something that I bounce around in my head periodically. But they're going to leave the planet
that's their
because there
plan.
are other inhabitable planets inside of our solar system
Yeah, that
that
makes
they
sense.
have been exploring for years.
Sure.
Like, this is something you can look up. Look up Kepler.
Right.
There's a whole string of planets around an area that have a bunch of numbers after them, like 3, 5, 6 or something
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
right. Yeah, like
Yeah,
with the moons of Jupiter or something like that. Yeah,
right, right,
whatever.
right, right. And okay, so if they can go there, if they've already built a society there that they like, where they're the top dog and they don't have to worry about, you know, getting any of this on them, they can leave this to die.
Why not?
I mean,
In their shoes,
right? Why not?
they don't care. Why they don't care?
When people down here fight each other, when there's wars down here, that's entertainment for them.
Yeah.
They make money on it either way.
Oh yeah, people love action movies. They're all about war.
Right. Now,
Rambo. There you go.
if you know
There's
anything about demigods, you'll know that That is a way of
Yeah,
life for them.
right. And there are people on the planet who are demigods.
Yeah, their last life was a demigod, and now they're
And they
gonna.
act like a demigod. Yeah.
Yep.
They're like, oh, you're such a barbarian. No, I'm a demigod.
Right. I look at all of these habits. I look at my habits and I say, I don't like that. I don't want to do that anymore. What can I do instead? And when we first started all of this with cosmology and all of the things that have transpired from there, each one of those teachings has taught us another way to look, another perspective to look from, to be able to recognize our own habits and be able to move those habits, to be able to do something else. Now, usually I think and I see 180 compared to other people. So when I look at a situation, I say, okay, this could have been this way, but it's not. It could have gone really well had people taken this branch over here, but instead they took this branch over here. Okay, so how do we get them from here to here? Now, Banku says you have to build this right here,
Yeah.
right?
A
But
grid
I
or something.
say just let them jump. If they miss all of the stuff in between, that's okay. They'll build that. They'll build that later. As they're jumping, they will build that because that's what humans do. But it's a, 75% chance that they're going to miss that jump.
Yeah. It's a big jump.
I think the 25% is worth it.
Well, no, that's pretty good. Yeah. That's one way of seeing it.
If 25% of people make it, that's a win.
Yeah.
What about the other 75? Okay, well, we've got tools for that,
If you really want it, you can do it, even if
right?
you miss the jump. Right.
Even if you miss the jump. So maybe you recognize that there's a hop that you can make in between. It's not a comfortable hop, but it's a hop. And it will get you to where you want to go if you use the momentum behind you, if you use the action behind you. You purify those habits and you allow yourself to be a part of something bigger. But when you stick your head in the sand, your butt's up in the air. I don't know about you, but it doesn't sound very protected to me.
Yeah, it's no, it's like the old saying, don't drop the soap in prison. Especially when your head's on this, you can't see who's coming at you. Who's ruling your mind then? Or the other end.
If
Like
that's
we do
what
it to ourselves.
right? If that is what is controlling you, you really gotta you really gotta think. Maybe this isn't the best way, you know?
Yeah, or go to Amazon and buy a box of testicles. I mean, you got to do something. Take the head out of the sand. You might need to go to Amazon.
Need a shovel.
I
Um,
just, yeah,
and
it's not
Banku
easy.
is a shovel dealer. Uh, if people want to dig themselves a hole, he will hand them a shovel.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he used to call himself the shovel dealer. I thought that was
Yep.
hilarious. Yeah.
And I I didn't want to help them do it. You know what I mean? But I will give them enough rope to hang themselves.
Well, yeah. And they will.
But I
Well, we
will
need.
also help them figure out how to cut the rope.
Well, yeah, if they need it, that's true.
And Bunku absolutely helps you dig yourself out of the hole.
Oh no, he'll tell you how. He'll give you everything you need to do to get out of the hole.
Yes.
He won't usually he won't even charge you for it. He doesn't really charge you for anything unless he's doing a teaching. But everyone's afraid that, oh, I don't have the money. I don't have the money, the money. And maybe that's just me projecting my own stuff because for me that's always the thing. But
No,
uh
that is absolutely a thing. He has
is
been
it a thing?
told
Okay.
without a doubt that he shouldn't charge for these classes.
Because he's spiritual.
Right.
Yes, spiritual. Yes. Right. And spiritual people don't charge for things. They do all day long.
Except they really do. Yeah.
I go there,
Why
I
they
see
have to
things all
eat.
in. I see shamans everywhere charging. I'm doing a retreat. Give me $4,000 to go camping with me. And it's like, and I'll teach you how to worship your feet, whatever.
I'll teach you how to take a drug properly.
All right, yeah, exactly. We'll take drugs together and have visions and talk about our visions because they're all spiritual. No, there are legitimate visions too, but but you don't need drugs to have visions.
No.
You're just
As a
creating a
matter of
spiritual
fact,
experience.
they interfere with the visions that you could be
Oh
having.
yeah, they absolutely destroy your winds. Is that what it is? I think so. Yeah,
Yeah, your vision,
inside your body, yeah, your
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 yeah,
chakras, your wind, your yeah, and that's not something you want to do.
not really. I mean, that's just turning yourself into a victim.
Oh yeah, yeah. And then you can blame someone, then not have to look at yourself
But
in the
I
mirror.
I really do I do like the idea of being able to. So if you think about it, when you're standing in front of a mirror and you're so close to the mirror that you can't see anything except, you know, the pores on your face or your eyeball, you miss all of the other things, including somebody else walking up behind you or, you know, something else that's happening. If you just step back, you'd be able to see all of those things.
Put it in the mirror, right? In a better way.
Exactly. So not even talking about responsibility, not even talking about any of the other stuff. You don't have to change your habits. Just do one thing and step back. Allow your view to be bigger
Breathe.
and breathe. I mean, you're supposed to be doing that naturally, so just let
Yeah.
it happen. As a breath holder from the way back, I get it's not always easy. You have to
No,
consciously
yeah.
remind yourself to do it.
You
Um,
hold your breath constantly
yeah,
without even knowing you're doing it.
yep.
Right.
But it's a lot better now, especially with these breathing techniques.
Yeah, they do help.
I find myself taking a deeper breath, being able to breathe more often. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. So, but the thing about victimhood, though, is if you put on that identity, you're going to create a mirror, because we were talking about mirrors last week, where you're going to find people who are going to show you that you're a victim by treating you like a victim. You're going to create it. You're going to, in your mind, you're going to create in your world people who show up and they're going to treat you as the victim that you think you are.
You
And
will
you're going to
only
wonder
find those people
why.
because that is the only ones that you're looking for.
Yep. And the other people are boring to you because they're not full of drama. They're not intensely emotional and they're not, exciting you in some way on a deep down level. So they're boring and you don't need, they're not very interesting. So normal people are not very interesting. Whereas the people who treat you like a victim, they're comfortable
Yes.
because, well, way back when someone treated you like a victim and now it gives you some sort of nostalgic thing. It's comforting to have a guy in my face treating me like garbage or a girl in
Even
my face treating me like garbage or whatever. Yeah.
there are more people that will support you while you are being a victim than they will if you are
Oh,
trying to
yes.
break the habit of being a victim.
The echo chamber. Yes. The echo chamber will give you all kinds of good dopamine.
Misery loves company.
Yeah. And you can go online and find your friends and are all victims too and have a victim convention. Everyone's feeling high because trauma bonding and sharing my stuff with you. And oh, we can just get together and hate on all these people. And same thing happens in cancel culture.
Yeah,
I mean, it's just another version of it. But not that I'm picking on that because I do it too. I mean, it's I'm not picking on anything, but I just something I noticed happening in the world.
it is. it's very interesting to look at what's happening right now and how we're constantly being programmed and lied to
Yeah.
in social media, in regular media, and just walking down the street. You can look and see that that's not happening.
You're right.
Like, uh, okay, so somebody has made a bajillion dollars because they did this one thing over here, and if you do this one thing over here, you too can make a bajillion dollars, and then your life will be so much better. No, your life will be the same, but you will have a bajillion dollars.
I just, that reminds me because I found something this week about my own habit. Uh, I always had this concept that in order to sell, like you have a business and you're trying to sell your business, you have to present yourself as an authority in whatever it is you're doing. Because if you don't present yourself as an authority, well, why would anyone want your service? Why would anyone believe you? Why would anyone want your service? Because there's all these other people doing this too. So what you got to do is you got to show yourself as the authority, aka expert, by doing all these things. But what I didn't say, and then you'll attract the people because you're better, and you have to basically do one of the six mistakes of men and trash everyone else around you to make yourself the profit on what you're doing. So there's a
Right.
comparative thing. They're bad, I'm good. I'm superior, they're not. So you're doing this and you're presenting yourself as an authority because you're afraid that you're not going to survive if you don't. This is how business is done. So you do this thing, and the first thing that happens is you start attracting the people you don't want to get to your business. And I'm not saying that's happening to me. It used to happen to me, but I've since fixed this, and I'm now finding the people that I want, and I love it. But before, I'm like, ooh, like you would, all you get is if you're presenting yourself as the authority, the expert, and you know all the things, because I think that I have to know all the things. And if I don't know all the things, I'm a failure, I'm an imposter, I'm a da da da. People will figure it out. I'll die. No, I won't be able to make money. So that's the mindset. Now, the first thing you're going to get is you're going to get clients that are the mirror showing you that they are showing up, and these are the people who they will take no responsibility for themselves. And because you are the expert, you are the authority, you will solve all their problems for them. They don't have any money because so they don't have the money. They won't do anything you say. They won't, so everything that you're like, you're trying to help people. So you're like, I'm the authority and I want to help you. And they come to you with surface level, uh, like stuff. Like like if I were a card reader, I want a twin flame reading. When am I going to be rich? And this kind of, surface level stuff. And they're showing up and you're like, but no, I'm here to help you with all the real stuff. They're like, I don't want the real stuff. I don't want the superficial stuff. And they're like, no, you don't understand. I'm the expert. I'm the authority. I'm supposed to help you do. I'm not doing it. So you're attracting all the people who upset you because you're trying to give them quality and they just want the surface level stuff. So it's just like the cycle that never ends because you're attracting people who are going to be dependent on you. They don't want to take personal responsibility for themselves. So they're not going to listen to your advice. They're not going to do anything that you have to offer that's even better. They are coming to you because you're the expert, you're the authority, and you're going to run my life for me. And I'm going to be dependent on you, and you're going to take care of me, which in turn then turns you into, it gets you angry and upset and frustrated at these people because you're actually trying to help them, but your communication is very different from what you're actually getting. So I'm noticing how that works. So if you present
And
yourself
then when
as the
when you're the
authority, you
authority
attract
and
the
you're the
opposite.
one that's going to help them, they can blame you when they don't
Yeah,
like what it is that you did.
right. Nor are they going to listen to you.
Oh, God, no.
Right.
Um, getting out of that habit,
Yeah,
being
that's
able to shift your view, being able to shift your thinking, recognizing that a different way to communicate is a, a path that will lead you to what it is that you actually want.
that's the
Took
tricky part.
right, but it took just a few steps for you to be able to shift all of
Oh
that.
yes. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. but you had to see it. I had to see it first,
Yeah.
which means you have to look in the mirror and you have to self-reflect. You have to ask yourself, what
Yes.
am I doing to cause this thing in my life? Because I'm the one creating the thing in my life because I create my life. So but people have to do this. They don't want to do that. They want to show up. They want to find the authority. They want to find the expert and they want them to, you're the authority, you're the expert, fix my problem, do
All while
magic.
their head is stuck in the sand.
Yeah. I don't want to look at myself.
Keep me from getting hurt from behind.
All right. And then I think that's what we run into because we're trying to, fix the world. We have bigger views and no one can really see themselves that far ahead because, well, I'm just trying to survive my own life and I need some authority and expert to tell me what to do. I don't qualify, So, and then there are people who show up. Like if I did that and if I'm doing a business and I have to present myself as the authority and the expert in my business, and I'm a mirror, and I'm bringing in people that are dependent on me, and I want them dependent on me because if they're dependent on me, it's a continual source of income for me. I don't have to worry about my lack of survival. So,
Right.
but consciously, that's not a thing. Subconsciously, it's I need you to be dependent on me because then you won't go away. You won't find someone else, and then I have to tell you what to do. But at the same time, if I'm doing that and then I want to bring these people from my business to Banku, they're going to look at Banku in the same way. Oh, now you can tell me what to do. And he won't do that.
Right.
But they're only looking for surface level help. They're not looking
Right.
for deep help. And then when they don't get it, they leave.
Yep.
And that's what we have going on here. So it's not very responsible of me to continue this self identity in my business and then trying to take those people and bringing them to Banku because I'm doing him a disservice. That's not
Right.
responsible.
So shifting your identity with a few steps so that you can align yourself with not only the people that need to see Banku, but the people that will support you and you will support.
Yeah,
Like
that's
that,
the responsible thing to do.
that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, that's what I found this week.
I love it. I
Yeah,
love it.
thank you. I had a thought. It happens sometimes.
Thought and I followed through.
Follow
Um,
through.
all right. So that is our hour.
That was our hour. Our hour goes very quickly. So
I know.
it does. It really does. But you know what? I'll tell you, I really appreciate people watching this because I like to look at the numbers. Last week's episode was like on its own merit was just huge. Because usually what I try to do is control it. So I'm always putting in all these, I'm like taking the episode and pushing it on these social media platforms
Oh,
everywhere.
right, 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 right,
And I'm
right.
trying to get as much numbers as I can. It's like, and I do it for me because it makes me feel like I'm doing something. But I'm not doing that anymore. I'm just letting the episodes speak for themselves. And so this past week was huge. So people love this last episode. And I just want to say that I appreciate that and I see it. And I thank you for joining us. And if you have anything that you'd like us to talk about, again, we keep asking.
Yes.
Contact us, write us, contact us on Facebook. All of our information is there. Write our email, suggest what it is you want to hear us talk about or whatever, and we'll talk about it. And we only have to mention you by name. It could be
No,
anonymous. That's
no,
totally
not at
cool.
all. Unless you
Totally
want us
cool.
to, and then we will, because I
Happy to do
we're
it.
okay with that. Shout outs are good.
All right.
Um, but we really appreciate
Yeah.
people wanting to listen to us talk.
Yeah. Because there's a lot of people out there talking, doing this kind of stuff. And, there's a lot of like, listen to me. But we
Yeah.
really do appreciate you taking the time to do this. So I just wanted to say that. So thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
And,
Thank you, Jason, for being here, because
oh,
otherwise I'd
thank you.
be babbling by myself.
Well, and thank you for being here because you make me think. You always make me think. I like to think. Yeah. And you help me. She always helps me. Like we talk constantly, but she's always helping me. But she can help you too. So
You helped me too.
yeah. Well, thank you. Yeah.
Yeah,
So yeah,
absolutely.
So yeah, if you'd like to continue watching us, please do. You don't have to click the like, you don't have to follow us, you don't have to do anything. Please keep watching, and please contact us and tell us what you want to hear. What do you want us to talk about? We love that. And please come again next week, and we thank you for coming. And we will talk to you next Monday on another fun-filled edition of Karmic Wolf.
Thank you.
Bye.
See you
Thank
soon.
you. Bye.